Welcome to the woven wall video. This video contains 3 sections. First is a sample sales pitch, which contains a basic overview of woven wall. And in the second section, we'll give you some guidance for conducting a presentation on woven wall. In the last section, we'll cover the most frequently asked questions, starting with general questions, then the internal only questions. First up is the sample sales pitch.
Woven wall is a modular tile and grid solution for walls and ceilings that can extend in any direction to suit any space. Woven wall is available in a large variety of finishes, including wood veneers, aluminum solutions, laminates, and our Varia Eco Resin using the C3 colors. This wall feature will typically range from $25 to $50 per square foot, depending mostly on the material selection, from the cost-effective resins to the premium wood veneers and aluminums. In fact, most of the laminate solutions you will find in your library can be used in woven wall. We use Wilson Art laminates, Tree Frog wood veneers, and Chemetal aluminums. Woven wall can be installed on both concave and convex radiused walls. The finishes are easy to fabricate on site, so you can incorporate branding elements very easily. Woven wall is available in 2 shapes, standard and oval, which has more coverage and overlap. This solution looks fantastic when backlit. You can mix and match materials in the same solution, creating a random mix of colors and a more organized aesthetic like a checkerboard solution. Woven wall can be used as a ceiling, even with lighting. Tiles can be fabricated on site to account for sprinkler or other ceiling fixtures. As a wall or ceiling, woven wall is a great acoustical solution and carries an NRC of 55, which can then be enhanced to an NRC of 72 by installing our acoustic foam behind the tiles. In a conference room setting, treating 2 adjoining walls with this acoustic solution is an effective way to significantly enhance the acoustic and aesthetic properties of the space. Woven wall can also be specified with high-resolution images, great for a retail setting, or for one project in New Zealand, a childcare center in which each child gets a picture taken and put into the wall. Woven wall is easy to install, and we have both print and video instructions available for installation. There is also an online configuration tool available. Design your space, and then you can save and share the image with your client.
There are a number of materials that you should use to conduct an effective presentation on studio products. Right now we'll focus on the materials you should have to present on woven wall. First, you'll need the woven wall kit. This is a 2x2 grid that allows you to install real-sized standard or oval tiles. The tiles shown here are white and red laminate. Be sure to order your standard and or oval tiles from Azar. You can pick your favorite patterns from the standard offering. Also, for demonstration purposes, you need a sample of the standard foam that is used behind the woven wall tiles. These are peel and stick foam pieces that adhere to the wall behind and are hidden by the tiles. This foam will increase the woven wall NRC from 55 to 72. Also shown is the deluxe frame that is one of the 3 framing options for woven wall. The others, which are not shown here, are standard frame and frameless. For frameless, the customer will handle the framing on their own, either by using drywall, their own hardware, or not framing at all. You need the C3 colored chain. This will be helpful to have on hand for support. You also need 4x4 samples to show the available laminate, aluminum, wood veneer, poly resin, and high-res offerings. You should also have the overview fold-out brochure that shows the entire studio line. This brochure is a great giveaway for each attendee at your presentation. Finally, you should have a studio catalog which shows all of the studio offerings. Each A&D library or firm should have at least 1 copy of this catalog. We'll now review some of the most frequently asked questions about woven wall and give you the information you need to answer those questions. How is woven wall installed? The following video segment will demonstrate how woven wall is to be installed.
Woven wall is a modular system which can be extended in any direction to suit most spaces. This elegant and lightweight three-dimensional interior feature system is easy to install and can be fixed to almost any wall or ceiling. Your woven wall kit will contain tiles, aluminum brackets, four-way joiners, corner joiners, single joiners. The mounting grid is assembled by sliding the joiners into the groove in the back of the aluminum brackets as shown. Start by assembling all the full vertical lengths of the frame and join the horizontal brackets on one vertical length to the tabs on the next length. Then attach corner joiners to each end of an aluminum bracket. For large wall areas, it may be easier to assemble the grid in smaller sections. We recommend a full vertical height 4 to 6 tiles wide. This will help prevent breakages that may be caused by trying to lift and fix a large grid. Your finished mounting grid should have every second bracket missing around the perimeter of the frame. Fasten with screws through the holes in the joiners. Tiles clip into the outermost ridge of each bracket, alternating between horizontal and vertical alignment. Vertically placed tiles along the perimeter will be shaped differently. Woven wall is ideal for backlighting installations. Cut 16 mm MDF or melamine to minimum width of 120 mm and length to size for backlighting frame. Use 3-form provided standoffs at intersection points at every other grid. Attach fluorescent fixtures to the wall at locations recommended by 3-form. For most applications, lamps will be spaced every 2 rows. Enjoy the timely texture and dramatic depth that woven wall offers to any space.
Can woven wall be fabricated in the field? Yes, woven wall can be fabricated in the field, but it's not recommended. This is because cutting individual tiles and parts can be time-consuming. Also, it's best to fit the woven wall to your space first and then trim around it if necessary. What is the lead time, price point, and size availability for woven wall? The standard lead time for woven wall is 3 weeks. The different price points for woven wall are dependent upon which finish is specified. For example, polyresin starts at $25 per square foot. Color laminate starts at $30 per square foot. Varia starts at $43 per square foot. Aluminum starts at $44 per square foot, and wood veneer also starts at $44 per square foot. Finally, when it comes to size availability, woven wall can fit to any dimension to the nearest tile size. What is the tile sheet yield for woven wall? The sheet yield for woven wall may vary depending on the tile shape and the material specified. For example, a 4x8 sheet with standard tile shape yields 32 tiles, and a 4x8 sheet with oval tile shape yields 24 tiles. On the other hand, a 2x4 polyresin sheet with a standard tile shape yields 8 tiles, and a 2x4 polyresin sheet with an oval tile shape yields 6 tiles. What are the design options for woven wall? There are a number of different design options for woven wall. First is the tile shape and the type of frame. The tiles are available in standard or oval shape, and you'll notice that the oval shape results in a closer overlap. The frames are available in either standard or deluxe profile. The deluxe option has a higher profile to hide the raised edges of the perimeter tiles. The next design option for woven wall is the finish. Specifiers can choose from 5 finish options, including polyresin, color laminate, Varia, aluminum, and wood veneer. Polyresin is available in 11 different colors. Color laminate has 7 color options. Varia has countless color options, with the only limitation being that it must be 1/16 inch gauge. Also be aware that Ghost must be used as a backer for any Varia option. Aluminum has 6 color options. And finally, there are 13 standard wood veneers to choose from. Be aware that there are additional customization possibilities within each of the standard options, and each possibility will be evaluated on a case-by-case basis. Another design option for woven wall is the pattern direction. Keep in mind, however, that materials that have a pattern direction, such as wood veneers, are installed in an every other pattern. This way, the pattern direction does not need to be called out. Also keep in mind that for materials that have finish options, such as Varia, sandstone is the recommended or default option because it's the most durable. Finally, when it comes to the gauge, woven wall must always be 1/16 of an inch. What is the fire rating for woven wall? Woven wall materials have been tested for flammability and smoke test with the ASTM E84-03 standard, and Varia Ecoresin was tested with the NFPA 286. The results were the following. Varia Ecoresin received a Class A rating. Aluminum finishes also received a Class A rating. Wood veneer received a Class B rating, and colored laminate also received a Class B rating. Can I use adhesive to make the tiles more permanent? In some cases, customers may want to make the tiles more permanent, to prevent theft, for example. However, they may still need the ability to remove tiles. For instance, they may need to access lighting behind the tiles. In these cases, the best adhesive to use is Sil Glaze 2, which can be purchased from 3form. This adhesive will work as it should with all of our materials except for polyresin. However, even when used on polyresin, this adhesive will make the channel tighter, and despite the lack of true adhesion, would make the tiles more difficult to remove. Furthermore, if the client needs to remove the polyresin tiles, it would work to pull the tiles out, cut off the dried silicone, and then apply new silicone to replace the tiles. Now, if the customer wants something truly permanent, 3M DP 8010 is the choice. This adhesive, in contrast to Sil Glaze 2, does work with polyresin. Note that this is a very strong adhesive, and attempting to remove tiles with this adhesive applied will likely result in damaging the tiles. Where is woven wall manufactured? Materials for woven wall are ordered from various vendors and are then manufactured at our factory in Salt Lake City. What finish option should be used for woven wall if the client is concerned about durability? The most durable finish for woven wall is polyresin or Varia with a sandstone finish. What are the competitive products to woven wall? Although there are many decorative alternatives that can be used instead of this solution, there aren't any with a similar look and design as woven wall.